Hi, this is Sally for Soul Purpose Communication. I'm going to talk today about silver linings, about getting out of comfort zones, and of being broke. I wonder what you're going to make of it. I'm glad you're here, and I hope you enjoy listening. This story begins about 8 years ago. It started at the beginning of the summer holiday when my kids were due to have 3 or 4 weeks at home with me before going off with my ex for the rest of the summer. And I was broke. I had no money anywhere. All of my little pockets and reserves of savings and cash and bank accounts were completely empty. It was probably one of the scariest times in my life. I had to really face existential fear. Am I going to make it? Am I going to be able to look after my kids? Can I put food on the table? Keep a roof over our heads? What's going to happen? What am I going to do to turn this around? It was really scary. I was really scared. And because it was the summer, the situation was magnified because I had the kids full-time at home with me. They wanted to do stuff. I think it was something like 70 euros cash, and that was all I had. I'd put some petrol in the car so we were mobile. Luckily, I keep a well-stocked pantry, so I knew that we wouldn't really have to go shopping except for milk and fresh fruit and veggies. I knew that we would survive off what I had in the house, and luckily our elderly neighbour kept us well stocked with lettuce and tomatoes and cucumbers and grapes from his garden. We were very lucky. So in that time, we became experts at doing stuff for free. Where could we go where there was playing or swimming or animals or whatever it was, where we could do stuff and have fun and it be free. I became an expert in finding parking places for free. Luckily, we live near the sea, so there were days out at the beach. There were good times. We got creative at finding solutions for the situation that we were in. And I think that the kids didn't really notice that everything was for free. It kept things simple, kept things honest. And there was a part of that I really, really liked. I did feel an enormous shame about being in this situation. I still, even now, find it difficult to admit to. I didn't think that I would be in that situation. I thought that I should have known better. In the same way that I thought that I should have known better than to end up in an emotionally abusive marriage. I was still surprised when I found myself there. But I did. Running out of money was for me a point when I hit the bottom of the barrel. Before that, I'd been getting by. I hadn't long been divorced and there'd been an enormous amount of stuff to pay for. And I wasn't ready for it. So I'd been caught by this tsunami of costs that my new fledgling business just wasn't up to covering. So we'd been getting by month by month, very much month by month, just every month, we're going to manage. And it was horrible, but not so horrible that it forced me to do anything about it. We were getting by. And this, running out of money, meant that I was no longer in my comfort zone. I was way out in a zone of fear, being pushed to do something else because what had been going on before no longer worked. And it was a good thing. That was the silver lining in the whole process. Getting by was no longer good enough. And once the kids had gone back to my ex for the last weeks of the holiday, I went into a creative overdrive when suddenly ideas and options were available, visible, open, things that I'd never thought about before. It was suddenly like, of course, yeah, it's obvious. We'll try it and do it and get on with it. So being out of my comfort zone made me so active and productive and creative and taking responsibility, stepping into my power, stepping up in a way that I hadn't done before. I remember the time as being creatively exciting. I remember being curious about the possibilities that lay ahead of me. Simple things like clients, I increased the amount that I charged. I immediately started earning more money. New clients that I took on, immediately I charged them more. So in really simple ways, I was able to earn more money. And creatively, I found other ways to teach, to offer classes in different ways, and to increase the amount of money I earned. So that time became the pivot point when my business moved from being a hobby that I did between being a mum, and it became the business that I do that fully supports me and my kids in our life. And that transition has been really important because it means that I'm now really independent. It means that I am fully taking responsibility for my role as a parent, for paying tax, for doing all the things I need to do.